Hello everyone, and welcome to our Talk and Play podcast, where we talk about funny and not so funny subjects while we play video games.
And today we'll be talking about charismatic people and how they can be good, but also how they can use that charisma for bad.
So, without further ado, let's blow this knowledge load. Oh God, I'm still here.
Yep, that is unfortunate.
Alright.
So, charismatic people. If you were to think of charismatic people, who would be some of the first people that you guys think of?
Hitler.
That is what we're going to talk about, but I didn't want to just make it a matter-of-fact thing.
Oh, yeah, who would
you guys think of?
I fucked that up
Yeah,
so badly.
it's a good job, Dustin. So when we think about charismatic people, doing good and doing bad, a lot of people kind of glaze over the fact that Hitler was very charismatic. He was in politics. He was running to try and be, I don't know what they call it, president or Führer of Germany. But the reason that he got into power is because he was so charismatic, and he used a lot of the situations that were going on at the time to further his agenda, and that's how he got into power. And if you ask, they've talked to people who presidents who at the time met him before the World War happened, and they all said, oh yeah, he seemed like a great guy, very charismatic, really seemed to care about his people. And nobody's saying that he didn't. It's just the evil that he did. It's really hard to really easy to overlook the fact that he was very charismatic, and that he was able to influence all these people.
Like, how did he get to that point? I think is the biggest thing. Like, he was very charismatic, and if you don't agree with me, that's okay. But he was a great leader. Like, who else can lead an entire country to perform these atrocities? Now, later on, obviously, there were some people that were not okay with it, and once everything was kind of established, it was violence that was used to get people in line and whatnot. But at the same time, if you look at old videos of Hitler rallies and whatnot, he really did have everyone wrapped around his finger and believing everything that he was saying.
No, absolutely.
And that's kind of the basis of this video, is when you have somebody that's super charismatic, very well spoken, very confident, if those talents are used for the wrong reasons, they are very dangerous. Absolutely. Because they usually get everything that they're trying to get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have, we can talk about, obviously we've been talking about Hitler for a little bit here, but you talk about serial killers. A lot of them are known to have been very charismatic. You think, how the heck could somebody have fallen for that? Or how could he have gotten all these people, totally unaware? But we look at the case of somebody like Ted Bundy, who was a very charming, charismatic, good-looking guy who you look at him and you would not know that, I'm looking at a mass murderer, I'm looking at a serial killer here. And that's how he was so successful in doing what he did, is because he didn't look the part, and he was able to use words and his looks to have people believe whatever he wanted them to believe.
Yeah.
And I mean, that goes for anything. These are just some examples of famous people in history that a lot of people know of, that were able to use their charisma for evil. And we also, you gotta go right, and then you go over the barrel. And then we can also
I was at the end that long.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. So, we start looking at these people, and a lot of sociopaths are known for their charisma. They're very good liars. They're able to read people and then tell them whatever it is that they want to hear, and just not care about it.
Like, if you look at it, you take Ted Bundy, like you said, he was very attractive. He was very confident, a smooth talker, very, very charismatic. If you had somebody that maybe wasn't as attractive, was rather awkward with their speech and came off as uneasy, there's no way that he would have ever got as many girls as he did. Because he lured them with those good looks, with that confidence, like saying, "Hey, I'm having problems with my boat. Can you come to my car?" It was a very specific, famous incident at a lake in Seattle, where he got 2 girls in
one cup.
Well, I guess eventually. Well, that's bad. But he did get them in a very public area, and nobody in the group, they were in groups, nobody really thought anything of it. And it's because this guy does not seem like a threat. He seems like a very nice individual.
Yeah, nice, well dressed, well made up. So you, like, serial killers, everybody seems to have it in their mind that serial killers just have this look, oh yeah, that's a serial killer for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're the most unassuming people.
Yeah, usually.
Why would you not use your hair to just drift over?
I have hair?
Yeah, you have hair.
Is it pretty hair?
It's very nice hair.
But it doesn't even have to be serial killers. Like you can have people in your business that have the same things, sociopathic tendencies. I'm not saying every single charismatic person is a sociopath, but just typically sociopaths do tend to be kind of charismatic because they hide their lack of emotion and sympathy and empathy behind that guise of a very well put together person. But sociopaths in business, for example, they typically do rise to the top because they're charismatic, they know how to talk to people, they're confident in whatever they're talking about, and they are not afraid to do whatever it takes to get to the top, whether that is throwing people under the bus, whether that's, stomping on somebody else's career path. They don't care, and they don't see a problem They don't see a problem behind that. And you would have a very, very hard time as somebody that does see this person for who they are, convincing anyone else that they are what you think they are. They're a liar, they're whatever. To the unassuming eye, you're never going to convince somebody else. It's like saying, hey, that guy that everyone likes, I think is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like that's not something that's ever going to be talked about overly, what's the word I'm looking for?
A lot.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if this person ends up being friends with everybody, how can you convince all his friends that I know we keep saying he, but it could be a she, how you can convince that this person is a bad guy? Because, they're friends with everybody. Everybody likes them for a reason.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to try and convince everybody that they're not this person that everybody thought they were.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's that charisma that got them into that spot in the first place.
There's so many instances where charismatic people just,
and it's kind of scary in business when you get these people at the top who they're like, okay, well, today we're gonna go and don't think this doesn't happen, but like blackmail another company or another person into getting what I want from them or their company, and then I'm just going to gut the company, I'm gonna fire all the people and just take the good stuff out of the company.
Yeah.
And there goes all those jobs, and they don't even think twice about it. They don't care.
Nope, they don't.
It's scary when you think about it, that somebody can just do that and not even feel bad about it. I mean, I guess when you're looking at it in the business sense, they're just looking out for the bottom line. It's all business to them. And having that mentality is kind of scary.
We were kind of talking about it before, but there's something I actually just thought of was cults in particular. Like, we can combine cults with serial killers here with Charlie Manson, right? Like, he was the leader of a cult while also killing people. But again, people said that he was very charismatic, and didn't he have somehow they always also have girlfriends in jail? that will come and visit them just because of their charisma.
But even after these people get caught, they're still getting, mail in jail of fans and, these girls who love them and whatever. It's like...
That's a whole different issue.
That is a whole different issue. Like, they also have their own issues.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. That one is super crazy to me. But, like, the cult leaders are very, very... They have to be charismatic as well, because they have to make people believe in their very stupid things. And Scientology is one of them. And yes, I'm calling Scientology a cult. Fight me. But they do use their charisma of their members, not specifically the leaders, to get more followers. Like you have a bunch of famous people, including like Tom Cruise and I know Leah Remini used to be a part of it, and they use their star power and their natural confidence and their acting abilities to get people to come onto their side. Like one example is the woman that voices Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah.
And she was calling on behalf of Scientology using the Bart Simpson voice.
Hey, what's happening, man? This is Bart Simpson. Just kidding. Don't hang up. This is Nancy Cartwright, and this is a very special phone call to you. I'm now auditing on new OT7 and have been asked to speak at the Flag World Tour event on January 31st in the Grand Ballroom at the Hollywood and Highland Center at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be a blast, man. I will be there to share my many wins as a Solo Knots auditor and to see the Golden Era film presentation of Flag, the Mecca of Technical Perfection. I hope you can make it, man. To confirm for the Flag event, please call us back at 888-841-7131. That's 888-841-7131. See you there, man.
And you know the charisma behind Bart Simpson to convince people to come and join Scientology.
Yeah. And
we're not going to get into the shitty things that Scientology did, but there's like people missing and doggy. Yeah, like they've been looking for people that are probably dead. Like the Scientology cult killed them, or locked them away somewhere. But you know, we were also looking at something.
Great. Now we're gonna have Tom Cruise knocking on our frickin' door.
Is he locked in a closet?
He's coming now. Tom Cruise is in the closet.
That's the only way I want to see you, Tom Cruise. and by closet, I mean a jail cell. Yeah, no. If we want to go, like megachurches aren't really a cult, are they? Like I don't know much about them.
I wouldn't necessarily say they're a cult, more as a scam. I would say that they're more of a scam because we were talking about megachurch and I saw this one absolutely, I'm sure everybody's seen these. I mean, you got the Joel Osteen type guys who run these huge churches. You know, they have these huge arenas where they're filling it with 30,000 people for them to do whatever it is that they do. And it seems like it's... Yeah, you gotta throw somebody up there.
Oh no.
It seems more like it is just entertainment rather than an actual religion. Because, I mean, it looks more like they're putting on some big show rather than actually having a religion where they have this message that they're trying to get across. I'm not saying that they don't have a message. I'm just saying to me it doesn't feel like the same thing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but people do pay a lot of money for tickets to go to these
things,
right?
Yeah. I feel like I almost think some of them up to thousands of dollars. They're making a ton of money. It's like a business. They're actually. It seems like they're putting on a show. Like a concert. Use the run button. You're so slow. Oh my god.
You sound like my fiance.
Oh my god.
She calls me the sloth.
Anyways, we were kind of talking about this because I saw this one funny clip and we'll put it in here. It's this like pastor dude, and everybody's seen the Jesus is gonna save you, and then they slap the guy on the head, and then the devil comes out or whatever the frick. But there's one clip, this pastor is like this woman sitting on her chair in the crowd, and he goes and like picks her up like fireman carries her, and then he like suplexes her into a pile of chairs, and that heals her.
That was a little ridiculous.
It's the most ridiculous. Okay, we'll put it right here.
God almighty, he's a human pincushion. That's a lot of weight. There's 200-300 pounders up there. Wait a minute. I'll tell you, I don't like the looks of this at all. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Don't you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. No, don't do this. The superplex. The king size superplex.
Like, can you believe that? It's so stupid. Oh, but it's so funny.
That was
like he just like body slams her into these chairs. Like it's more wrestling than it is a freaking church.
That was top 10 dumbest things that I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
I honestly thought that it was some sort of skit, but then it was like in Uganda, wasn't it?
Something over there. I don't remember which. Oh, but it's just it's so ridiculous. Like, and it just seems to take so many people.
Sorry, my phone started playing music.
Anyways, yeah, it seems to take so many people and kind of scams them. And I mean, I'm not gonna go over the whole religious thing with you guys, because I'm sure there's lots of people out there that think even like the big religions are a scam too. So, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm just versing my opinion on how ridiculous these really are. Like they're like it's really over the top.
Like if you just watch that video of that woman getting suplexed into the chairs, then and you didn't think that was ridiculous, I don't know what to say to you.
Come on, he body slammed her into the freaking chairs.
Yeah.
Come on.
Maybe we need to see that again.
From the top ropes. And I just love in the clip how they like had a WWF commentator over top of it. Oh god, that's good. Yeah. I quite enjoyed that.
It's really ridiculous. So like going back to like I was saying before, that it's very hard to also convince people that somebody is like this, that they're not a genuine person.
Well, you look at the cults, and how they're brainwashing these people. Why would I do that? And how they're brainwashing these people, and then you try and get them out of these. They'll be on like their own little camps. They have their own camps that where there'll be one guy and 40 girls in there. It's like, oh yeah, it's a religion, all right. And he's brainwashed them so they think he's some good guy, and he's like just sitting there having sex and impregnating all these women himself. And
God bless you, sir.
Oh my gosh. He's brainwashed them. You try and get them out of there, and they won't leave. Either they're scared of the guy, or they actually believe that he's doing a good thing. And charisma honestly can take you a long ways, for good or for bad.
Yeah, and like you were saying there, I think you said something.
I did. I said a thing.
Well, it's very hard to convince, and you also don't know why they won't leave. Like that also plays into abusive relationships where. You have a guy that gets a girl, mostly because he is charismatic and very good looking, and then he starts abusing her. And I'm not sure if you're aware of the term gaslighting.
Yes.
Where, psychologically somebody will convince you that it's either your fault or you did something, you start questioning your own sanity. And that can happen in relationships in more than one way, where, this guy can convince the people in your life and the people around you, or girl. This girl can convince. I keep using guy just 'cause it's so much easier to say that. I don't know why. Oh my god.
I guess when you think about it's all the example, more famous examples we know. Like we talked about Dirty John like not long ago, a couple
Yeah.
episodes ago, and it's like that kind of thing.
Yeah, so the girl might not know that she's in an abusive relationship. Like, did he slap you? Oh yeah, but he said that his hand slipped or whatever, or he was.
I was talking back or whatever,
Yeah.
and
He said he blacked out, and he's looking into his mental condition of why he blacked out because he doesn't want me to feel unsafe, and or they do know he's abusive, and they try to tell their family or their friends like, listen, this guy's beating the shit out of me, or being mentally abusive. And I'm like, but he's such a sweet guy. Are you sure you weren't overreacting?
yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's one thing that, I mean, when we look at abusive people, that they'll try and do is they'll try and turn everybody against you so that you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, honestly, abusive people they have the ability to get away with so much.
Yep.
They really, really do, and it's an innate ability that, for better or worse, is a very powerful tool in your inventory to have. I would say we're charismatic people for the most part. Like, we find it very easy to make friends. So I can see how easy it is to manipulate people because people just naturally like me.
Yeah.
And it's just like I make friends very easily, and it would be very easy to pull the wool over people's eyes. And it's like, this guy's awesome. He's super funny. He's, you know what I mean? Like,
and then you just stab them, and they didn't even see it coming. I mean,
I'm Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy? Ted Bundy's brother. I'm his evil twin.
Bernadette.
Well, anyways, on that note, we're going to leave it off there. And we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.